everybody. Hey, Eve. Amalo. Sonia, hi. Oh, you'll be back. Anita Sailor. Let me get all settled here. Excuse me. Well, I got this all transcribed, 11 pages of from this interview. I'm hoping that I can read my own handwriting. Because it was kind of hard doing that. I had to write and watch and think all at the same time. Talk about multitasking. So what should we talk about till people get in here? Hi, Riggs. Did anybody see PG go off on me last night? I knew she would. I usually don't listen to her, but I went in and... Hi, Justin. I went in and listened just to hear what she was going to say about me. Actually, she went off on just about everybody, as she's wont to do. She said she never uses bad language on her channel because she doesn't want to lower herself to those people's level. Oh, accidentally on purpose. Hi, that's hilarious. Hi, Heather Lynn. Like me. What else did she say? Oh, yeah. While she's talking about me, because she can't stand me, because if you say yes, I say no. Well, and then she's talked about how on her channel, everyone can have an opinion. Some channels, you can't disagree with the host or you get blocked. But here, you don't have to agree with me. Everyone can have an opinion. Yeah, and that's why she can't stand me. I didn't agree with her. That was the end of me. Like, no, that's not what happened. Let's see. Oh, this interview's in my very first notebook, right before Theresa. Yeah, I can't say that U word. I think so, yeah. There's some things in there that I had forgotten or didn't know. I don't know. Accidentally on purpose, yeah. You need to regroup your brain cells after that, don't you? What else has been going on the YouTube streets? I see just the usual fighting. A certain person is trying to link Josh with every person in the story. He didn't live any of those places. That person needs to watch my video on Been Verified and how it gathers information. I mean, they even say on their disclaimer that their stuff might not be true. I certainly wouldn't try to ruin someone's reputation with anything I got on there. Okay, should we get into it? Has anybody got anything they want to say first? Okay. Here's page 1. Okay, this interview was on July 9th. So that was, 3 weeks after Summer went missing, I think. Okay, he said that the Wells know that he's being interviewed, and he thanks Theresa. He said it's all about keeping Summer's name out there. And Theresa said, how did you meet the Wells? He said he met them 3 months ago at church. They're a loving family. They live in the mountainous region in Rogersville, and they're good country people. Thanks, Anita. I appreciate that. Theresa said, how close were you with the family? And do you have any summer stories to tell? He said, Summer was just a ball of energy. She smiles all the time. She's always running around the church greeting everyone. She's not very vocal. We knew that. Didn't speak a lot, but just loves people and playing, loves to wave and smile at people. There was a garage sale 10 days. The church had a garage sale 10 days before Summer went missing, and the family came to the garage sale, except for Don. He said all the kids, Candy and Candace, were there. The kids were all playing and coloring and having a good time. Theresa said, what do you remember of June 15th? Hi, Wonder Woman. Welcome. And David said he spent the day with his daughter and took her out to eat. Then about 7:30, he was at home and Candace called and said Summer was missing. She had tried to call Robin and couldn't reach her. And so she called David to see if he could reach Robin. He got a hold of Robin, and then they went to Ben Hill. He'd never been there before. He had to get the address from them. He said they got up there at approximately 8:30. There was a... Hi, Tennessee Truth. Welcome. I like your little somersault thing. Where was I? Got up there at approximately 8:30. He said there was a heavy law enforcement presence there, aircraft in the air, and about 100 searchers there already. That's at 8:30. Theresa said Robin is his Sabbath teacher, right? Yes, she taught Sabbath school. Summer and Robin were very close. Summer made Robin a necklace for Mother's Day. She was very outgoing. And I think we've all seen the picture of the yellow necklace and earrings. I didn't know Summer made that, but I knew she gave it to Robin. Yes, Eve is beautiful and wonderful. All my mods are awesome. Okay, Melissa asked about the red truck. Now, I noticed all throughout this interview, excuse me, I got a bloody foot. I have to keep mopping up. He is very careful to say, hi, Wondering Hearts, very careful to say who told him what. So he points out when his information came from the Wells or Don or Candace, and makes it clear that he didn't hear this from law enforcement. Yeah. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Tracy. Rhode Island. I always wanted to go there. Okay. Hi, Deborah Ann. Thanks for showing up. Okay, so the red truck. David said the Wells both told him that they found a red truck in a different county. I don't remember hearing this before. The plates had been removed. They ran the VIN number, and it came back to one of their neighbors. Last he asked Don if they heard anything else, and Don said no. So Melissa said, is the neighbor still around? Did law enforcement talk to them? And he said, Don, hi, Life's a Dance, welcome. He said, Don said law enforcement was going to question them. So Theresa said, we'll keep that tip up in case that's not the right truck. I wonder if is it that at the point where Robin thought that they had found the truck, because I had heard that they had, eliminated the truck too. What do you think about the truck? I don't think the truck. I think the truck is a red herring. I don't think the truck has anything to do with this, actually. But I don't remember hearing that they found a truck in a different county with the plates removed. Okay. Then David says, keyboard warriors want to get involved in the story and add to the confusion. Please stop the rumors. It does not help the case. Then Theresa said, when you went to the house, how many dogs were there? We've heard there was 20 plus dogs. I accidentally on purpose. Yeah, Tracy, it seems like it, doesn't it? Seems like everyone involved in this case has a red truck or has a relative that has a red truck. I don't think they were all there. Okay, so, and actually because it was the FedEx driver that saw the red truck, and it wasn't on Beach Creek, it wasn't on Ben Hill, it was on Beach Creek. I would think he would know if it was a local, because I would have known. Hi, Annabelle. Okay, he said there were several dogs. He probably saw 5 or 6, never 20. And Theresa said, did they bark? He said there was already a huge law enforcement presence when he got there. The dogs didn't bark, they were just walking around, but he thought that they were used to people at that point. So he said he's taken the family food, and there's a couple dogs that will come up to the car and bark, but not going nuts or anything. How many red trucks have seats in the back? Hi, Sandy. Michelle, seats in the back. There was racks in the back. Ladder racks and buckets in the back. He wasn't even sure what day he saw it, though. Where am I? Wasn't it a red tote? The red tote was in the back of Candy's truck in the video. That was a red tote. The red truck is, the FedEx driver said he saw a red truck parked on the shoulder on Beach Creek, and he wasn't sure what day, either the 14th or 15th. Yeah, I don't think that either. Hi, Sunshine. I never read that. I don't know. Yeah, white. Yeah, there was white buckets in the back of the truck. Hi, Alessia. Yeah, I don't remember anything about seats. Hi, Lindsay. How are you? Okay, where was I? Oh, so Melissa said so the dogs would bark, and David said they know him now, but the couple will still come up and bark at his car when he pulls up. Oh, yeah, that was the FedEx driver. I just think, I don't know if it was a regular driver. They would know whose truck it was. So I think it was probably someone from out of that area. Yeah, I don't think that had anything to do with it. I think there's a lot of things people are going over that don't have anything to do with it, especially lately, because there's nothing to talk about. So people are kind of going crazy with nutsy things like tuna casserole, and we can talk about that later. Okay. Did all the dogs belong to the Wells? And he said, I believe so. Don mentioned something about a yellow car. Do you know anything about that? No, I never heard of a yellow car, and nothing on the news either. Has anybody heard about the yellow car? I think I vaguely remember hearing something about that. So, yeah, I don't think there's a lot of vehicles. Seems like for a dead-end road with only a handful of people living on it, there's constant traffic up and down that road if you listen to people talk. Yeah, I don't get it. Having to pull off to the side to let people pass, and I don't know, it's crazy. If you believe it all. Where's Lake Superior girl? I don't see... Oh, hi! Hi, Lake Superior girl. I missed you when you came in. I'm sorry. I apologize. Oh, yeah, Dudley. Yeah, you're right, Dudley. Dudley did have that yellow, yep. And that he got a ride. He used to leave that at the Wells and get a ride with Don to work. But I didn't hear them try to blame. I don't know, maybe that was gossip. Yeah, okay. So Theresa said, is the search scaling back? And he said that they have searched 5,000 square acres. That's a lot of land. They use drones, helicopters, search neighbors' homes, and lots of abandoned buildings. After 2 weeks, they felt they had covered the area and were widening the search in other areas. And he meant outside of a ground search. Yes, we all appreciate. Hi, Chapstick. Oh, I do remember hearing that. I guess I didn't hear it was a yellow car, but I did hear the cop saw a car, and I forget why he didn't stop, because he was headed to the site, but that doesn't make sense. I mean, if you know someone was kidnapped, why did he think the car was suspicious anyway? Or is this just something that Don said? So, yeah, I think so too. If Don is the only source of these things, yeah, we could just eliminate those. Like I said, if it's Don said or Candace said, I don't put those in my database. I just eliminate those things. Oh, yeah, I did hear the dogs are put up. Okay, wait till we get into some other stuff here about that. Okay, here we are. Don said, not law enforcement, that the dogs tracked Somerset down the driveway and it stopped at the road. So that never came from law enforcement. That's another Don said. That's a Don said. I don't, around here, everybody's car is gray or silver. Even in the car lots. I'm like, don't people want different colors? I've seen 3 bright purple cars. That's my favorite color. Oh my God, I've always wanted a purple car. I thought about having mine repainted. No, the dogs, when they came with the dogs, they put all of the Wells dogs in vehicles so that they didn't confuse the tracking dogs. Yes. Yeah, there's not a lot of colored cars. Okay. So does everybody get that? Don said, not law enforcement. I know, Lindsay, it's horrible. But Lawson was on, and Lawson, we might get to, I don't remember if Lawson is on here. I'm starting to wonder about Lawson. I never did before, but some of the stuff he says, I'm not sure is completely true. Oh, yeah, I thought the dogs, I didn't think the dogs were around either that day. You're right. I think they were down on the dog path or something, even though that wasn't a dog path. Did the tracking dogs pick up anything? Depends on who you listen to. If you listen to Don, yes. If you listen to Fred, they tracked down his driveway and up to his truck. And law enforcement isn't telling anything. Okay. Theresa said, what were you told happened when you got there? Don said, I spoke with Candace. Don was there then. Candy lived there too. Her camper is 30 to 40 feet from the house. They had been swimming that day and were planting flowers. Summer wanted to go in and play, so Candace watched her walk from the camper to the front door and go in the house. So Candace didn't say she walked or halfway. That's not what she told David. She said she was at the camper and saw her walk to the front door. Huh. Yeah, I think so too. How could the dogs know Dotson? No, he's saying now, this is 3 weeks later, on July 9th, that he's being interviewed. He said he's taken food over there a few times. And so he said now the dogs know him because he's been up there. But they still bark at his car. Okay, so the boys were on the internet or watching TV. Hi, Mississippi Mud Pie. Summer went in, and the boys saw her go downstairs. Okay, this is coming from Candace. Candace came in a few minutes later, asked where Summer was. The boys said she went downstairs in the basement. Candace went down there, and Summer was gone. Okay, this is according to Candace. Her first story. Hi, Sandy. Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah, that's Dudley. I guess that's what they were talking about. Okay. Theresa said, was the door locked? David said, Candace said it was locked. The boys also told him that door was locked. The front door was the only way in or out. Melissa asked, can Summer reach and unlock the door? David said he did not know that. But one of the boys told him it was locked, and Candace confirmed it. Okay, so she didn't go out that door. So let's think about that. If she came in the house and went down in the basement and the door's locked, and then Candace goes down in the basement and she's gone, yeah, what do you think about that? That's not even possible. It's not possible. She couldn't walk out that door. Who said? Yeah, I think they were playing hide and seek. That's a Minecraft game, and that's all I've ever heard. Oh, hi, Running Bear. Hi, Tracy Ludwig. Welcome. Okay, did any neighbors see or hear anything? To my knowledge, no. The house is secluded back from the road, surrounded by very thick woods. It's very secluded. He said it's not like a neighborhood where the neighbors can hear what you're saying and everything. He said the nearest neighbors are like 3 to 400 yards away. Yeah, it had to be made up, and I don't think. Jody Sue said she heard a scream. Yes, she did. She said she did. I know when that group of YouTubers went there, they screamed because they searched the Bernard's Land and Dodds, and they tested that out to see if you could hear a scream. But I never heard the answer to that. So I don't know. Well, but if they saw her walk downstairs, I don't know. The thing is, if she walked out that door, Candace or Candy would have seen her. I think. Because I don't think they were putting on the brace inside the trailer. There's hardly any room in there. Usually Candy's sitting on the steps outside the trailer. So I just assumed maybe not. But, then they'd be looking right at that door. If Summer came out, wouldn't she come back down to where they were? I don't think she'd come out that door and see them down there and run to the road, would she? I don't think so. Yes, they do have video. She denies that, though. I don't know. It was a while because right after Summer disappeared, Jody Sue said that the Wells were wonderful parents. They loved Summer. They never would have hurt anybody. I've heard that whole video. So she didn't say anything about a scream then. Yeah, I agree. Oh, yeah, she has. And Chris McDonough said that did not fit the timeline. But, I'm not sure he's not a reliable source either. Okay, so let's get to the swing, Sandy. Okay, if Melissa said if the basement door was locked and Summer went out the front door, could they see her? And David said if their backs were turned, maybe not. But I don't think both of their backs were turned. I think one of them would have been looking that way and the other one could have had their back turned. I don't know. I just think she would have said something or come down there, but that's just my opinion. Okay, then 20 minutes later. Candace said 20 minutes later she was fixing the knee brace. He said that's what Candace said, 20 minutes. So that's a little longer than 2 minutes, isn't it? I thought this was interesting. And remember, this is coming from Candace. This is another Candace story. He said, I gave my statement to law enforcement. They took his statement that night. Theresa said, did Candy and Candace look for her? He didn't seem like it. He kept thanking them. He seemed very enthusiastic about, keeping Summer's name out there, how they're supporting the Wells. I thought he seemed really enthused about it, and he's not so enthused now. He said that, we really need to find that little girl, and on, like, he was really involved in it. The church was doing this and that. They were going to organize these different things. Then all of a sudden, everybody from the church just dropped him. Who am I missing? Hi, Birdie. Hi, Pommy Mom. Well, but yeah, her back would have been turned focused on the brace. However, Candy would have been facing the door. Her back wouldn't have been. I don't know. I don't think she got pain pills. Yeah, 6:09. That's when she was busy. And she called Don at 5:30 and said Summer was missing. So what's she doing on Facebook posting pictures? Yeah, I don't know why. And then I think she noticed Summer's arm was in that. So then Summer was missing at that point. So then she quick deleted it. What? Like Candace's brother. How old was the pic? I don't know what that means. Oh, okay. The picture. Yeah, that photo was taken a couple of weeks before, I think, because there's another picture of him in his motocross outfit outside, I think sitting on a bucket, so. Oh, chapstick. Good point. They were all down there. And if the dogs used a sock from God knows who, that is a very good point. They would have tracked that down the driveway. I mean, we don't even know if that sock had Summer scent. I mean, was that Summer sock? And Candace pulled it out of the laundry basket, so, it probably had the scent of everybody in the house's clothes, actually. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't either. The playroom. Yeah, she deleted that. A lot of people saw the milk jug video on there, and then she took that down. Oh no, that was the middle. That was the middle boy, Alessia. I know a lot of people thought it was the oldest, but that was the middle one. The 911 call was at 6:30, I believe so, or 6:28 or something around there, yeah. And Don's coworkers confirmed that he got the call that Summer was missing at 5:30. Yeah, there's a lot of time missing in there. Okay, here we're gonna get to that. Did Candy and Candace look for her? Yes, the boys walked around and called for her. Okay, so now she's saying 25 minutes. So he said maybe the 25 minutes were included in. She said Summer was missing 25 minutes. So he said maybe the time they were walking around was included in that. I wonder how much walking around they did. And David said he thought that did. So Theresa said, are they still searching? And David said, I don't think they are. We're going to get to the swing. Wait a minute. I don't know. I think that... Yeah, Candace said she couldn't find a shoe. And Summer had a lot of shoes. She had a lot of shoes. I couldn't believe how many. And I'm looking at the pictures, how many pairs of shoes she had. Yeah, the story changed all the time. Okay. So the family's really been attacked. They need to know that there are a lot of people out here supporting them and a lot of people that care for Summer. Lots of mean people out there. People take out the human factor. This is a 5-year-old girl that's disappeared and the family is distraught. The family wants to thank people for their support. We just want Summer home. All things are possible with Christ. Hey, Julie Jeffries. I haven't seen you in a while, hon. How are you enjoying retirement? Okay. So Theresa said statistically, it's a family member parent when a person goes missing. Do you feel that the family could have done this? And David said, I honestly feel that they had nothing to do with it, that Summer just disappeared. People deal with stress and grief differently. Candy is very quiet. People question why she hadn't showed emotion. She probably hadn't slept in 3 days or eaten. She was cried out. Don cries every day, totally distraught. You can see he's crushed. 2 different reactions, but both are still grieving. Theresa said she 100% agrees. People that have a missing child describe very similar stories about how they go about on every day. The hurt is on the inside. They need to act normal around the boys. Hi, Truth. Loving retirement. I still haven't gotten there. I still have not. It's been 3 years, too. Hi, Short Note Carrie. Love you, girl. I saw you sticking up for me in PG's chat. I thought, uh-oh, you're going to get attacked. I appreciate that. But, yeah, it's best to just stay incognito in there, I think. I'm glad they didn't all come at you, or if they did, I didn't see it, but... I thought, oh, boy. Let's see. Where was I? Okay. David said, I think I would have got it. I was really shocked. Yeah, I don't know. The clothes that they took were the middle boys' size clothes because people took, they posted all the boys' clothing sizes the church did right at the beginning. I have a screenshot of that. And the clothes they took, the sizes were the middle boys. I don't know. Do we even know if that was true? Because that came from Penny to Benny. Oh, yeah, I think she starts drinking earlier after that, though. How did Candace end up with the jacket to the suit she had on that day? Oh, hi, was his. I don't stay out of the bushes much. I agree. I don't either, and that's where that came from. Hi, Tam. Welcome. You'll like it here. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know. Well, Ziggy Valero had a paper that said the FBI in it too, and people proved that was false. I don't know anything about kid sizes, sorry. So, oh, good. Everybody can have an opinion. You don't have to agree with me. You just have to be polite. Some people don't agree with me at all. Okay, where was I? David said he tried to take the boys out to get their mind off of it. Hearing about Summer constantly on the TV, law enforcement at the house constantly. People got together and decided to do something for the boys. Putt-putt golf or the trampoline park. The boys had never played putt-putt before. People criticized David for that because he's 55 and playing with the kids. No, I don't think there's anything odd with that at all. Then they took them to the aquatic center and they were swimming. They seemed to be doing good, but missed Summer. He said the middle boy is more quiet and reserved. And the middle boy was the one that was Summer's protector. And he was also the one that had the phone. He's the one I think made the first 911 call, in my opinion. Which is why he said Summer was 4 and Mom went for a walk. Because even Don never said Candace called 911. Candace's story about calling 911 is a little fishy anyway. I don't think. Oh, Sylvia Brown. I didn't see that. Oh, hi. I come in peace. I remember Don specifically. There we go. Don said, Candace said, I think Summer had the swimsuit on and still does. She said to watch her and she'd be right back. I don't know. I guess I need to watch that. I didn't watch that CM interview. Like I said, I didn't listen to anything Don or Candace said because I know they're liars. Let's see. Oh, he said they talk about missing Summer, but then they want to play because they're kids. And Theresa said people are helping with the boys because so Don and Candace have time to grieve. Okay. I didn't see him grieving, but maybe. David said absolutely. And Theresa is doing a wonderful service talking about Summer. He really seems so gung-ho about, the search and doing things and no. Okay, so Theresa said, are they allowing the public to search? David said not at first. The terrain was really rough. The foliage was really thick and there were snakes. They didn't want people that were untrained that might miss something or damage evidence. Now that they are no longer searching, Don and Candace said they saw people with flashlights in the woods, but they didn't know who they were. No, that came from Penny. Penny said she had a law enforcement source that was passing her confidential information. Clearly remember that because I questioned that right from the start. Oh, hi, Lisa. Yes, absolutely. No doubt. Candace did it, and Candy knows something. But I'm not sure she knows everything. I don't know. She does know something, and she did admit she lied to the police. Yeah, I don't know. I think everybody's theory changes all the time because I don't know. We just don't know. And then you think of something new and you're thinking, oh, yeah, maybe that. I can see them not letting, usually they don't let the public search at the beginning. I know there's been several missing children around here and they ask the public not to come. They want professionals searching that are trained to search and know how to search, because I know they do grid searches and, search shoulder to shoulder and don't pick up anything. They put the little flags when they find evidence. So, yeah, exactly, Justin. I totally agree with you there. Let's see. Melissa asked if they're letting the public search now, since they've slacked back on the search. Have you spoken with Candy? I spoke with her today. She's very quiet, just breaks down. You can see the grief in her eyes. She has a daughter missing too. This is causing a lot of bad things to be said, and it's opening old wounds. I can't read my handwriting because I was writing so fast. Well, they ask people to search their own properties and their own buildings. Yes. And they usually do that. They ask them to look in small spaces when the kids go missing. And that was the person that found Carly, the people that found Carly, they were searching their own land. So, wow. Oh, Dick Dollar's in here? Exactly. Especially parents. They don't want the parents searching. You're absolutely correct. Dick, you always add some common sense to my chat. Most of the time. Yeah, I thought it was 3 weeks, but it was a while. Yeah, that's why they ask people to search in very small places. They said any place a laptop would fit. I think that's kind of a slight exaggeration. Summer wasn't as small as a laptop. Okay, where am I? Oh. Okay, Theresa said Candy had a hurt knee and went to the emergency room. People were wondering if she could plant flowers. David said, well, when she walks, she does limp. I don't know anything about the emergency room. This is the first I'm hearing about it. Melissa said, I want to clear up a rumor. The Wells took lie detector tests. Did they pass? David said, yes. Don took 3 or 4 the same day and passed. Candace was very tired and nervous. A couple areas showed deception. Law enforcement said maybe it was because she was tired. They told her to go home over the weekend and come back on Monday. Then she passed with flying colors. Theresa said that makes sense. David said, people will say she showed deception on 2 things, but I think if it was serious, they wouldn't have let them go home. Melissa said, did L.E. tell them they passed? David said, yes, and they got a report mailed to them. Which is what Don said. But then, Sheriff Lawson confirmed that they did pass them. Wait. No. I don't remember. In a fireplace? I don't remember that. Well, Ronnie Lawson said that they passed too. Like I said, it depends on what questions they ask them. They interview them and then base the questions off that. So evidently they had a lot of questions to ask Don. Yeah, I don't know. Candace doesn't like to be backed into a corner. We saw that on Dr. Phil. She doesn't like to be confronted. Well, if they, yeah, that does seem kind of odd. But as the more they talk, they come up with different questions. But I think that does seem a little odd that they would do it all on the same day. Yeah, the little guy in the Disney suitcase. I just read about that yesterday. The one lady got sentenced, but they're still looking for a second person. They said there's 2 women that were involved in that. They haven't, but they don't show anything. They don't seem to think they need to, I guess. I mean, they could show Summer's birth certificate too. Other people have seen it. People that helped with the house saw Summer's birth certificate, but it doesn't really seem like they care about the rumors too much, does it? I don't think it bothers them. While you were in the bushes, Lisa, did you see that person? Yes, I did, Short Note Carrie. I was watching her very closely. That was interesting, wasn't it? Yep. She was telling everybody to come over and sub to her channel so that she could go live. Yep, she refused. I'm telling this to everybody else that weren't there. A lady was in PG's chat, and yep, she found something. Summer's alive. She can't prove that yet, but she thinks she knows how they did it. And yeah, she went on and on about that. Everybody had to come over and sub to her channel because she wanted to go live about it. And she needed to show proof. She wouldn't go up on anybody's panel. They dropped the link. I think Justin offered to let her go on his panel with him and talk. Nope, she had to do it on her own channel. So last I looked, she had 19 subs and she wanted 50. Yeah, and people said, well, if you have some proof of something, why don't you go to TBI and call them instead of going live on YouTube? Oh, well, yeah, I will after I, go live with this. So what do you think about that? I don't think it was Ronnie Lawson. I'm pretty sure it was TBI. Yep. Absolutely. Oh, I remember that name. That's interesting. Maybe it was Alicia. I don't know. Yeah, they usually do bring in a qualified polygrapher. I don't know. Everybody was like, oh, they need to take a polygraph. They need to take a polygraph. And then when they took a polygraph, they go, well, that doesn't mean anything. Anybody could pass the polygraph. And I'm like, which is it? You want them to take a polygraph, or it's worthless to take a polygraph, so why bother? It's actually the pre and post interviews that are important with the polygraph. Yeah, the polygraph, they're just trying to get information. It's a psychological tool, actually. In the Fred Hill report said inconclusive. So what was the point of showing that? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I noticed that too. I suppose if we got a hold of Brian, he would show that. I did look for that. I looked for Ronnie saying that somewhere. Oh, but he did. Somebody asked him on camera if they passed their polygraph, and he hesitated a minute, and then he said, yes, they did. I vividly remember seeing that, but then I couldn't find it. Don is really divorced from Pam. He got divorced in, 2016? I'd have to look. Or you can look on the court website. It's on there. Yeah, he had all those. I think I gotta think. He was married to Pam for the first 2 kids. Still, I know that. I'd have to look. I'll have to look like Spurgo. Led me to summer after he went missing. I just recognized that name, but I did not follow that case. Yeah, didn't you think that was odd? Yeah, she didn't want to go to TBI. She didn't want to go on anybody else's channel. She wanted people to come sub to her channel. No, I did hear Lawson answer a question and say, yes, they did pass the polygraph. Whether you can trust him, I don't know. Really? She did? Oh my God. Oh, what was her name? If I look for my screenshot, I'll disconnect myself. I know I will. Because I can't multitask. What was her name? Because she had like a close-up of a troll face in black and white for her app. I can see that. Wasn't Mama something? Oh no, she didn't get booted. Everybody was trying to tell her to get up on panel, or offering to let her get up on panel, or dropping the link so she could go up on PG. I don't know, but I kept watching her channel. I think I actually subbed to it. No. Yeah, did Brooks put the kibosh on that, Lisa? She was on today and said she... Okay. No, was it? Yes, you're right. Sure, no, Carrie, it was Common Sense 101. And then I saw people, I thought you had more subs than that. I really like your posts. And I think they were thinking of Common Sense True Crime, because this person had never posted a thing. Never done a live. They had absolutely nothing on their channel whatsoever. Nothing they were following, nothing. It's not on the PG anymore. Yeah, people were telling her yesterday she should call TBI. Especially when we're dealing with Fred. The Fred that doesn't use drugs, he only smokes pot. Do you have the interview of the lady that solved the case and so Summer's alive? Hi, Wisconsin Mama. Haven't seen you in a while. Mama Bear. Hi. Are you talking about Common Sense 101's interview? She's still trying to get everybody to sub to her channel. Last time. I know, it was gone. He did say it during the interview. They said, did the Wells pass the polygraph? And he said, he waited a minute, he hesitated, and then he said, yes. Yes, they did. Just like that. Like he spit it out. Well, I don't know where it went. I searched endlessly for it, and I can't find it. I don't think she ever had it legally changed. Rose didn't either. But they got married so shortly before she disappeared. What am I missing, Daddy's? Lisa, you're hilarious. Oh, I want to go see that. I want to go see that. Is that still up? I hope. No, they were married in 2016. 2016? Yeah, they were married in March of 2016. I think it was March. Okay, thank you. I talked about her at the beginning. She's probably gone by now. But hey, PG, hi. You can talk about us later. Hi, Dante. Yep, Common Sense. Oh, she got up on panel? Well, hey, when I'm done, as long as you don't disagree with PG, you'd be fine. Anything she says, you just have to say, yep, yep, yep. Put up a post this March, I believe, saying they got married again. Yeah, they got married, and that's on the website too. That's on the clerk's website. The date. I know people said they didn't send the paperwork in. They did. It's registered. I don't know why people couldn't find it. You know, every once in a while I'm blocked in there again, but I can still go up on panel. Sometimes I think about it. Or I could go in back chat and start talking. Oh, good. Such good news. If anybody doesn't know, Wisconsin Mom's granddaughter was born premature and got pneumonia. So we've all been praying for her, and she's actually doing much better, keeping food down. But yeah, it's so scary with preemies. Their lungs aren't developed, and yeah, that's very scary. I actually was very worried. I'd love to see that. Yeah, Berks don't put up with bullshit at all. No, they didn't. It is legal. They did send it back, Dick. They did return it, and it was registered at the clerk's office, and it's online. I think where people got confused is when Krama Mama sent for that copy of the marriage license. So the date on that was the date that they made the copy. So people were saying, oh, that's the date they got married. No, it's on the county clerk's website. They actually are legally married. Yeah, she was really winging that, wasn't she? Oh no, come over and stop. Well, if I don't get to 50 tonight, I'll work on it again tomorrow. Wait. Oh, Mama Bear, I'm so sorry. I'm so lost. I don't think Don knows anything. Even Josh says that. I've seen him say it 2 or 3 times. He says Don only knows what Candace told him. So I don't think. Yeah. She did say that. She said some are still alive, and she knows how they did it. Oh, hi, Sonia. Welcome back. Okay, where? Okay, great. I'm surprised Brooks didn't call me to talk about it. I'm going to go look after this. From PG. Oh my God. She was repeating, and PG's over and over and over again. Well, yeah, I didn't know about it, but I just came upon it accidentally. Just today. I just found it today. Whatever. How come Can isn't Candace Jr.? Because she doesn't have the same middle name. Candace's name is Candace Rose. I know the Wells thinking about testifying. Also, they lost all children back then. Don never lost his first 2 children. I know people say that, but okay, she wasn't comfortable with tech and didn't have social media. Was worried. Oh, yeah. Ellie would think she's nuts, along with the rest of us. Yep. Brooks is a straight shooter. Am I way behind again? I thought it was a nice gesture of David, yes. No, I don't think there's anything nefarious about David whatsoever. He's a little odd duck. Marches to his own drummer. I think that people find that odd. Anytime somebody's, a little different, they get singled out. He started playing the flute after his wife died. As kind of therapy, so I don't think there's anything odd about that. Okay. Have a good night. It is, but like like Theresa said here, did I get to that? That it's all about, like, kids don't really process it the same way adults do. And they're more thinking about themselves. And I know that's true in a lot of cases. You know, they just, like, they'll go to school, or, you know, they're told that their mother dies, and then they're out playing with their friends in the yard when, you know, relatives come over. I mean, they're sad for a minute, and then the next minute they're playing, and then a little while later they're sad again. I think they just are all over the place because they're kids. And so, were they married when Summer was born? No. Summer was about 6 months old, I think. When is Summer's birthday? December? Yeah, Summer was at the service, was at the wedding. And it was at Clyde and Trent's house. I know that. Thank you, hon. That was so nice having you on panel, really. Candace has been self-medicating for a long time. Her whole life. Was it February? So 7 years ago. So that, I don't know. I'd have to look at dates. She did the same on panel over and over again. Yeah, I think she's just trying to get subs. Well, they're all using family names. Rosetta was Candy's mother's name, so that's why they used the Rose for Candace's middle name and Rose's name. Candace Cora is her middle name, so Cora was Rosetta's mother's name. So yeah, well, some families do that. Who is the boxer that named all of his kids the exact same first name? I think he lives here in Michigan. Anybody else here from Michigan? Exactly. That was Jesus. That was his middle name. But what was the first one's middle name? Because I knew where they got that. What was the oldest boy's middle name? Somebody tell me that. Because that was someone from Candace's past. That's why I kind of wondered. I was going to track down the other two boys. No, she doesn't, Eve. Didn't you hear her? Her channel, Summer's channel. She always tells the truth. I don't know if he has Native American heritage. Dotson? I don't know. I think he just likes the flute. Haven't I seen him play another instrument too? I don't know. No, it wasn't a light. No, it was a Dawson, and I think the other guy's name started with an F. I don't know. I'd have to look that up too. So what's up with the flute player? It wasn't. The car was not bought from Wallace Subaru in Johnson City. No, it was some. Wallace Subaru? No. Oh no, she said that she never uses vile language on her channel. She doesn't want to stoop to that level. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to, George Foreman, thank you. Yes, George Foreman. That's exactly correct. Oh, I'm sorry, short note, Carrie. Oh, I lost my mom 2 years ago. Well, not quite. She'll be 2 years in February. My dad just turned 90. They all got 4 weird names. Yeah. What's the oldest one? If I go look, I'm going to disconnect myself. Where's that tattoo? Yeah, but what was the... Okay. Trying to see. What was... One of the... okay, it was one of the other boys. My kids became uncles and aunts today. So does that mean that you're a... Wait. Grandmother? Well, all the boys' names are out there. Candace's tattoo. I actually have that on my community page. Somebody go look and find that tattoo. It's got all the kids' middle names on it. And birth dates. Okay, Stuart Franklin. Thank you, Birdie. I knew it started with an F. Okay. Yeah, I have the Carfax too. It wasn't Wallace Subaru though. It was... I don't know. I have to look at it. Yeah, that's when Candy went to the hospital. Allegedly. I'm sorry, Alessia. January 31st, 2022. My mom passed away almost at the same time. Jesus. No, he didn't leave. He's still at the same house he's been in for years. Yeah, Deborah Ann, I'm looking for their middle names. No, it's Waylon Jennings. And Wyatt Earp and Josie Wales. Now, none of those were outlaws. Wasn't Wyatt Earp a sheriff? Hi, Nikki. No, my baby daddy's other child had... She's 40s and has... True Crime Junkie, I missed that. Yes, okay. She's got older kids. She might be a grandmother even. Yes, Clint Eastwood. Yep. Well, I almost think I bit off more than I can chew with Thanksgiving because I have a huge dinner planned. I gotta haul myself and groceries up to my dad's tomorrow. So there's just 4 of us left. Wyatt Earp wasn't a outlaw. Hi, Nikki. Wyatt Earp, wasn't he a sheriff? Or am I not thinking right? Oh, thanks, hon. Yeah, I think it was Wells Imports. Yep. But everybody said it was Dotson got his from, that Don bought his from David Dotson's relatives, and that isn't, they didn't buy it from that one. Well, Waltz Imports, I knew it wasn't Subaru. I knew there was not a Subaru in the name. I don't have Don's memory. Don's got an excellent memory. Don't believe it. He has never forgotten a thing. Hi, Abundance Crates. Welcome. Waylon Jennings is a singer. Yeah, but I mean, she wasn't used for organs. That would involve so many people and so much money. I mean, you don't just take someone and that would be, and somebody, you'd have to involve dozens of people for that. And somebody would have talked for $70,000. Oh, I don't want my dad to go. What kind of pies are you making, just Jen? Fighter. I'm pretty sure he was a sheriff. Oh, I'm sorry, Eve. Yeah, the holidays are so hard, aren't they? Yeah, he bought that truck in Utah. Where did he come up with all the money for that? He paid cash for that, too. I think he stole it from his dad. Okay, Wallace Imports there. We can agree on that. I just knew it didn't have Subaru in the name. Yeah, you'd need a lot of stuff there. Waylon Jennings is not an outlaw. Come on, Dick. Yes. Hey, welcome, Murgatroyd. I haven't seen you in a while. You have to try piping your sweet potato souffle. No. I don't have a sweet tooth. I don't like sweet things. And it wasn't until a few years ago that I realized I actually like sweet potato, because that's the first time I'd ever had them with butter and salt and pepper instead of all that crap people put on it. So there. Hey, Cat in the chat. We are kind of having fun. Well, I mean, he's not an out. Hi, Misty Demeanors. I love your name. Oh my God. I've lost more than 9 family and friends since then. 3 to COVID. Yeah, that was terrible. Oh, good night, Emmylou. Happy Thanksgiving to you, too. Was there a bank robbery? Hi, Nikki. In his early days. Whose early days? Oh, Waylon Jennings? Oh, maybe. Yeah, we'll get into that, too. That's coming. I need it. Oh, my God. Okay, wait. I got to get down. Ooh, pumpkin loaf. I haven't had pumpkin loaf in a long time. Yes, they did marry after Summer was born. Okay, I'm going to go down to the bottom because I'm way. Brooke's channel is Crime Lines and Lies. Okay, so I got distracted here. Where are we? Okay, Theresa said people want to pick up flyers. And David said, we're working on that. Now, planning to blanket the area when the media slacks off. A printing company is making flyers, and we have a few banners made. And he said he'll contact Theresa when the flyers are ready. I think they had a couple of yeah, can somebody put some links? Maybe a link to Brooke's channel, Birdie's channel. Who else we got here? Eve's channel. Eve, can you do that for me, please, son? Oh, no, wait, let's see. He talks about that. Okay, who decided to wait till the media died down? She wondered if that was a strategy. He said, we met with family and thought it would take a few days to get them printed, and decided when would be the best time. Yeah, I'm not so sure why they'd waited, but they actually were planning to really cover the area when the media died down to keep Summer's name out there. Okay, so she said, I can't thank you enough. He said, thank you. We just want to keep her name out there and do anything we can. Okay, so then Theresa starts asking, thanks, Deborah Ann. Thank you. Oh, did you put Birdie? Yep, Birdie's. Okay. Okay, so then she takes questions from chat. Theresa said people want to know what they can do to help. Honestly, we are asking for prayers. They have food and clothes. Don said they need firewood. People think that's odd, but this is the time of year that Don cuts firewood. And so he's not doing that this year. Okay, Theresa said people are curious about your profession. Weren't you a mortician? He said, yes, I was a mortician. I was out of work since July of last year. I had health problems. I'm hoping to be back in the workforce in the next couple of months. I had Crohn's disease. He said people are accusing him of a lot of things. Instead of gossiping on the internet, why don't they just call and ask me? He said he was a paramedic for 23 years and then became a mortician. I know people said he has a pilot's license, but he does not. He rode in helicopters, but he did not have a pilot's license. Ooh, no, I do love pumpkin rolls. Those are good. Hi, Rebecca. Oh my goodness. But you know what I'm making is corn pudding. Oh my God, was that in a man? It was at Shaker Village. The food was amazing there. And they had this corn pudding. Oh my God, I think I ate 2 platefuls of just that. It was awesome. So the recipe was in their cookbook. I'm going to try that. Pumpkin beer and pumpkin coffee. Oh yeah. Um Absolutely. Yeah, he wasn't working there. Um He could have been called to check Summer out if there was an accident. Yeah, but he didn't get to the house until 8:30. So I mean, law enforcement were already there. Ooh, I use Food City's recipe. Oh my God, this one is just amazing. I hope mine turns out good. Hey, True Crime Junkie. Someone had a pilot's license. Tim Mullen, I believe, has a pilot's license. She called David Dotson at 7:30. She called Don at 5:30. Yeah, he did work at the funeral home. He got fired the year before, but I don't know why. Okay, Theresa said, oh, I love pecan pie. What are you disagreeing about, Eve? I know you think Summer's still alive. Yep. All opinions welcome. Anybody can say anything respectfully. Okay, Theresa said, does the basement door lock from both sides? David said he doesn't know. Theresa said, were you told that Candy went swimming and ran errands that day? No. Candace showed me and the emergency personnel videos of Summer and the boys swimming. Okay, this caused controversy. I know they went swimming that day. So was it that day? Apparently, Candace told him that was that day. But H was not in the videos. I don't think it was that day. I think it was 2 weeks before when they were at that dam. I don't remember the name of the dam either. I got too much in my head. That's not what Robin was saying. What did I say? Birdie, that was a misunderstanding. Oh, okay. No, Dotson never had he was a helicopter medic, right. But he never had a pilot's license. Mullen has a pilot's license, though. Oh, Fort Henry Dam. Thank you, Alessia. Yes. Oh. I don't think so. Okay, Deborah Ann. Yes. I think the firewood was out there for a long time, wasn't it? Okay, we're going to get to that. Theresa, have you met Rose Meyer? And he said, Rose Meyer? She said, a family friend of Candy. He said, there was a lady from Wisconsin, I think her name was Rose, that stayed a couple of days. I hadn't met her before, just that one day. She also mailed the boys a gift from Wisconsin. And I know Rose, Summer went missing in the 15th. Rose got there on the 17th. She hadn't talked to Candy in 10 years, but she saw that Summer was missing in a Facebook group. So then she called Candy. She told me she could hear the helicopters over the phone. So then she went down there. Okay, how would people, do they need food? How would people go about getting firewood to them? He said they're overstocked with food. They don't even have a place to put it all. And Theresa said, okay, we'll contact the Wells about how to get the firewood to them. Did you ever know the boys outside of church? He said, no. Okay, wait. Hi, Rebecca Swindle. The firewood was done. Oh, hi, Baby Diamond. Okay. I don't think I don't think he knows anything he hasn't told us. I mean, they didn't tell him he couldn't talk. I mean, and Summer was alive when they dropped him off, so I don't think he knows anything worth telling. Yeah, she kept the same number for Rose. I don't know, or maybe she called her off Messenger. I don't know. I called my girlfriend right here in town Messenger. Actually, I rarely use my phone. I call everybody on Messenger. I'm thinking it's all about CPS taking your children. I think I'm lost. The Wells got, actually, people donated so much food to the emergency workers that they gave the food to the Wells because they had way more than they needed. Yeah, Kathy. But that's okay. Everybody's got an opinion. I'm sorry. Okay. Did you know the boys outside of church? No. Did you know H? No. Candace was FaceTiming with him one day when I was over there and introduced us, but that's the only time I met him. Theresa said, when was that? Because the family relationships were strained. He said, I think that was in the first week. So when did Candace go over to Hunter's and ask him what he said to law enforcement? I think she did that because she wanted to make sure he stuck to the story about the milk jug video being on the 15th. I think their whole story was concocted around that. And then, she deleted it and reposted it. Thanks, Lindsay. Oh, I forgot to say hi to Kathy. Always happy to see you, Kathy. Yes, script. Okay, so Thursday, and Summer went missing on Tuesday, correct? Yeah, I think the whole thing was, scripted around that milk jug video. And, she wouldn't give Theresa the time and date stamp for that. She did for the swimming video. And, they say that's the last known video of Summer that they've released. So I'm sure they'd come out and tell us if the milk jug video was the last one, because they'd want to know who saw them, right? Very true. Very true. Okay, baby diamond, we'll wait for you. Let's see. Okay, and Melissa said, where is the swing on the property? David said, to the left of the front door. Theresa said, can you see the swing from where they were planting flowers? And David said, yes, you can see it from there. So we know she didn't go to the swing, right? I still think, why would she come out the front door and run down to the road? That makes no sense. She'd go back down to where the grandma was. So where's the nap and the candy come in? I haven't heard anything about that yet. People want to know, excuse me, how to donate to the reward fund. David said, I would contact Hawkins County Sheriff's Office or TBI. So Theresa said, we'll contact them about local searches and the reward fund. Do you know if the boys saw Summer? And David said, Candace told me they did. The boys did not tell me that. Candace said. There we are, Candace said. Do the Wells know the neighbors? Do they know if their property has been searched? David said, it's mowing season, and they told people to walk the area before they mow and told them to search their property. Theresa said, you said Candace showed you a video of them swimming. Did you see H? The video I saw was Summer and her brothers, but not H. Tisa, was it taken that day? Candace said it was taken that day. Candace said, how can you see the swing from the trailer? He said the swing is off from the front door. Actually, it is right straight ahead from the front door, isn't it? So, yeah, I think you could see it from the trailer. I don't know. He's been there. I haven't. That's SPG. I'm so mean. I'm sorry. She's just stuck in my craw today. Oh, Demery. I don't think you can see the swing from the trailer. Well, you can see the front door from the trailer, so if the swing is 30 feet from the front door, that would be off to the side. I don't know. I'll have to look at some of the videos again. Well, thank you, Short. Short no carry. I have become a rabbit in a hole. I've been down a lot of rabbit holes in this case. A lot of deep dives on a lot of people. Okay, where are we? Rumor has it that Candy left town. Is she still there? Yes, I saw her today. She didn't leave for 6 weeks. She didn't leave till after the boys left. I don't know. What of TM's cryptic message? Yeah, she's trying to cause Josh problems right now. She and Benny swear that was Josh on that phone call. Oh my Lord. But I was talking with somebody today, and we're not going to go up against Benny. I'm actually a little afraid of Benny. I'm not afraid of PG, but I'm afraid of Benny. Anybody else think it would be hard to see Summer swing from throw? I don't know. Let's look at some of the videos. What do you think they're concerned about there, Dick? What do you think they're concerned about for January? That's just gonna... I mean, they've already lost the boys. They just need it finalized in court, so... What are you talking about? Are you talking about Don's traffic court? Okay. Wait, did David Dotson say CB was FaceTiming H after Summer went missing? Yes. That's exactly what he said. I don't know. I didn't hear that he was advised to not talk to her. Is that what Ellie said? Or is that what Candace said? Hunter said nobody told him he couldn't talk about that day, but that he needed Allie's permission first. Get me laughing again. Well, Don has traffic court in January. Is that what you were talking about? I mean, I don't think H has anything to do with traffic court. He's got his own problems to worry about because he's got that gang trial coming up. I know. And she's live now, too. I just saw the message. The camper door isn't centered on the camper. It's towards the end, closest to the swing. Okay, thank you, BB Diamond. Oh, did you go and look? Is that why you said be right back? Thank you. He's going to be a daddy, yes. And True is also pregnant. She looks like she's about to give birth fairly soon, from what I can see. Yeah, I was talking about that the other day. Who's gonna? Oh, I don't want to get into that. I guess I'm gonna say anything bad, but I can say CB knows exactly. Her sister Rose is missing. Know nothing about her whereabouts. Oh no, she doesn't know anything about Rose. I know that. She has no idea. She doesn't know. No, she doesn't know anybody at the party or anybody that had anything to do with Rose. Okay. I did not hear that. Okay. They are subject to prosecution in juvenile court. I don't believe they are. the neglect hasn't risen to a criminal level. They'd already be charged if there was anything to prosecute on the boys. I'm not saying that the kids weren't neglected, but not to the criminal level. Oh yeah, they do. No, traffic court got postponed. Continued, whatever you want to call it. Okay, they went over there that Thursday. Oh. I thought you went to do research. We said, I think a nod of them no. Nearest the house is on the side of the tree nearest the house. Okay. Uh-oh, Dick, I'm not going to highlight that comment. I think you should delete that, actually. Actually, please. Did you delete that? Dick? How do I delete that? All I can see to delete it is to ban him, and I don't want to do that. Okay, where are we? Oh, thank you, Deborah Ann. I think people are just reading into, yeah. I've never seen YouTube get a court date right yet, actually. That one time I thought that was hysterical when people were camping out there and saying that they were a no-show. They didn't even have court that day. And this last one, they didn't have court either. No. I did? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yes. Well, they went to the doctor's appointment and then went to the park. And yes, I do know what park. But again, I disconnect myself. No, I don't remember who you are. Thank you. We talked a while back. I've been wondering who you are. Sandy? Well, I heard the doctor's appointment right from the beginning. He had a doctor's appointment at 3. True said he was late. His girlfriend and her mother picked him up and took him to the doctor's appointment, allegedly, and then went to the baseball game. And Allie was at a different baseball game at a different park. Somebody posted in chat, one of my chats, the name of the park that Hunter was at. Thank you, Shirt of Carrie. Oh my God, Lindsay. I'm so sorry. I'm glad I could cheer you up. I don't think there's ever going to be an arrest. I'm sorry. Feel free to disagree with me. Even if they find Summer's body, they're the most they'd be able to prove at this point, if they proved the wells did hit her, would be desecration of a body. Sometimes that's all they can prove. Sometimes, I know another case that the lady used to be pretty vocal in a couple of groups I was in, and her daughter was died in this, fell into drugs, died in this drug dealer's bed, and he had a couple of his buddies take her and throw her in a ditch. But all they got him on was disposal of a body too. They just couldn't prove anything. Oh, thanks, sure. Okay. I am neutral. I look at all sides. I'm definitely not a Wells supporter. I've had people yell at me for putting Candace and Don's criminal records out there, and no, I think Don's a piece of shit. He's a degenerate. And Candace is even more violent than Don. So I don't know. I don't know how they've lived to the age they have, especially Don. How many people do you know that have been a lifelong addict that lived to 60? And Candace looks so bloated. Looks like she's in liver failure. I don't know. It's kind of sad. And then people that are really good people and contribute to society die in a car accident at 30. I don't understand it. He first said the girlfriend and her family went to a park in Bristol, but then changed it when Allison said doctor's appointment. I thought, but he got the call about Summer at 7:30, didn't he? And then he tried to call Allie. Candace was busy at 7:30, wasn't she? She's calling Robin, David, Hunter. Oops, H. Yes, I think, I don't know. Don only knows what Candace is telling him. God only knows if they believe. Oh, Sandy, hi. No. Another one. Glad people are laughing at my laugh. Yeah, I love remain calm too. If someone typed a park, they gave me blocked. Not today. Thank you. I think I know. Yeah, that's a certain creator too. I know. Yeah, actually. Oh, I could tell you something that happened when they were in Wisconsin that would just break your heart for Summer. I can't even hardly stand to think about it. You think, what if only. Yeah, I can't think about that because I'll start crying. Yeah, I popped in there a couple times and she's been on a rant. I'll tell you. Oh, thank you, Abundance Crave. I thought you said unsubscribe to you for a minute. I'm like, oh well. I can't. I might. I might later. He didn't arrange to leave Tennessee. That was his dad. He tried to have him kidnapped. Yeah, it is a mess. Okay, where was I? I only have, I'm at the last page. Okay. Theresa said, "Do you have a funny story about Summer?" He said she was a loving child. The first one up when they called the children up in church. She loved to wave at people. She never met a stranger. He said, "We are talking about a virtual vigil." And David Dotson said the family had a vigil earlier in the week, and we're planning another one. Maybe we can live stream it. I don't think they did live stream it, though. Okay, then everybody in the chat and Theresa were thanking David Dotson for his time. People want to send David Dotson gift cards to do things with the boys, like golfing, buying them ice cream, and things like that. He said he'd send his email. Actually, did post the email online. I don't think I'm going to read that, though. And Theresa asks what he thinks happened. He said he really doesn't know. 3 weeks and still no avenue to focus on. It's so distressing. And Melissa said no evidence at all. And David said, Candace and Don said they have no leads. Candace said, Don said. He said he will follow up with Theresa with updates if there is any. And that was the end of it. Actually, the middle boy had a phone. The middle boy was trusted with a phone. He was kind of Summer's protector. I know. Certainly not anything Don said or Candace said. I can't believe people still... And when you say something, they're like, but Don said, well, Don's a liar. You're going to tell me that? And then, in the next minute, they're saying, well, Don's a liar. Well, you can't just pick out what you want to believe when you hear something that supports your preconceived ideas. Either he's a liar or he's not. And I think he's a liar. Yeah, I don't know. They certainly don't want to update us, do they? And the same in Rose's case. Why don't they put out more information? But I've been burning through this one. I subscribe to Medium, or I am a medium if you're on Facebook. Someone Googled my name. Well, I think everybody Googled my name. And it came up that, Medium. I subscribed to Medium. So then she started saying I was a medium. Anyway, I subscribed to several true crime writers on there, and one has a bunch of books, 25 missing cases in each book, and I've been burning through them all week. I think she has 16 of them, and I forgot what I was saying. Oh, in a lot of them, the police keep... they don't publicize things. And then I read, 25 years later, they finally release some little bit of information. That's a little too late because, people that have tips then forgot them or died or I don't know. It's in Rose's case. Why don't they just say who was at the party? Why don't they just ask who was at the party where Rose disappeared? Why don't they put that out there? Maybe people know people that... Maybe people would talk then. I don't know. it's kind of... Well, apparently, they had some service there. I mean, Candace is FaceTiming Hunter there, right? When David was there. So they did have service. Yeah, I don't know too. Extraction of age. Oh, it was bikers. It wasn't BACA because somebody had contacted them and they said they did not want to get involved, but it was bikers for something. Yeah, that was a total kidnapping. Didn't Hunter jump out the window to get away from them? He was scared to death. Those people had no authority to come and kidnap him. That was horrible. I think they did. I think they did. Yeah, that's why they kept his phone, according to Andrew. I don't know, I never thought that they kept his phone because of Summer, because they gave Don and Candace's back right away. Why would they keep Hunter's? If they're going to keep anybody's phone, they'd keep Don and Candace, right? So I thought Hunter, it must be for some other reason. And Andrew said it has to do with his, his gang stuff. Wasn't him stealing the car? That was like an initiation or something, wasn't it? But I think it's some serious stuff, and it hasn't come up yet. Yeah, there's a lot of those. One of them is really interesting, and I bought a book on it. And if I learn how to do videos, I'm going to do a video on it. It is so interesting. This girl disappeared. Nobody cared to look for her. Everybody back then, they always thought if it was a teenager, it's a runaway. Even kids, little kids, they thought were runaways and didn't really put any effort into it. It wasn't until 25 years later that this policeman took over the file and just was obsessed with it. And he tracked who she was with and where she went from state to state and into Canada. He found all these people that had seen her 25 years later and even found out who killed her. But it's tragic. A lady saw him dragging her into the woods, but didn't report it. Didn't even talk about it until 25 years later. And they still haven't found her body. I'm just amazed at what he found 25 years later. It was amazing. Yeah. It's not him being charged, Alicia, it's his gang. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, sure, no, Carrie. Oh, excuse me. I gotta mute myself a minute. I've been having a lot of sinus problems with this weather. I think that could be. Could be. I don't know. Unless Candace comes out and tells us what the hell's going on. And that's what I ask a friend of Candy's. I said, she's been looking for Rose all this time and is in constant contact with law enforcement Wisconsin. I mean, all the time, still, 14 years later. But doesn't do that for Summer. So what does that tell you? I think it tells you something very important. Right there. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Or how many men are attracted to Candace because she sure had a lot of boyfriends over the years. Yeah. A lot of YouTubers attracted to Don. But, I go on record saying I'm not one of them. It kind of makes my skin crawl. Yeah, like Common Sense 101. I'm sure they're sitting by the phone waiting for her call because she solved it, Oh, yeah, that's a certain. Why haven't they asked the party goers? Two of the party goers filed reports with the FBI right then. And I posted a confidential informant report that told what happened to Rose. I also have a text of a lady right after Rose went missing that told the two guys that were involved. And I have another guy that said he was involved. There was a lot of people involved, I'll tell you that. A lady that saw two men in Rose's car parked by the side of the road drinking beer with the trunk open. Yeah. So tell me, why haven't they prosecuted? Why haven't they arrested anybody? They absolutely do. Even phones that have no service work for emergency service. So, yeah, I can't listen to Jody Sue Brown, and I can't listen to Benny. I can't. I don't know what language she's speaking, honestly. And I'm not being funny. I can't figure out what he's saying. I mean, I think I could understand Jody Sue before I could understand him. Some people think there was an accident. Well, some people think she was 9 months pregnant and killed Rose and buried her under a driveway. So, yeah, that's crazy too. I think there was an accident, and that is my theory. I think after she dropped Hunter off, she went back to the swimming hole for some nefarious reason. Summer went back in the water, and when Candace found her, she had drowned. So then what did she do with the body? That is the question. I don't know. Did she leave her somewhere? And then Don came and got her? If Don got the call at 5:30, why didn't he get home until 7:10? There's a lot of missing time there. I don't know. Candace came home and gathered up the drugs and took them to Fred's. Then drove down to that Free Will Baptist Church What's the other time she left? What did she do that time that she denies she left the house? Exactly. And I'm sure she was talking to him. Oh yeah, I think he was absolutely scared. Not this one. And that guy got on YouTube and he was scary too. He wasn't anybody you'd want to get on a bike with. I'm not even sure they're an actual, I don't know. But yeah, bikers against, what is it, child abuse. Now, they refuse to get involved. So what does that tell you? That tells you something too. There's a lot of clues out here. I don't think they buried her around there. I think she's not far. I think she's within an hour. I think she's within a half an hour of the swimming hole somewhere. But yeah, I don't think she's buried at 110. Oh, hey, Unicorn 76. I can't see what your av is, but it's purple. I like that. Yeah, I think part of it is, I think there's a lot of locals that are settling a lot of grudges with this case. They're trying to throw suspicion on people they don't like. And I think that's greatly clouded the case, actually. If we took that out of it, would this be solved by now? I don't know. It's like, the lady that somebody gets killed and all those people call in and say, oh yeah, I think my ex-husband did it. I think that's what happened in this case. I really do. Because there's a lot of locals in there telling a lot of lies. Jody Sue, I'm sure I'll be her topic tonight too. She's gone off on me before. Fred Hill. I think that's what happened. Oh. There's some amazing cases in there. I'll do videos about, I have 2 or 3 I'm gonna. I think Don just knows what Candace told him. Does Candace lie to Don too? Do those two lie to each other like they lie to the rest of us? I don't know. Candy's a pathological liar too, so you can't believe anything she says either. Don said something about after the swimming hole incident. What swimming hole incident, Don? You mean when Summer drowned at the swimming hole? What did I miss? What happened to Lindsay? Oh, her cousin? I don't know. They'll just keep going. Oh, that reminds me, I bought an extremely expensive pet hair air purifier. Where is that thing? Costs a fortune. Oh, this was in the 70s, Lindsay. Did you want me to look into your cousin's case? Did you tell me her name? Mhm. Could be. Could be. I don't know. I've said since the very beginning, if she walked out of the woods tomorrow, I would not be surprised. And that's the truth. I wouldn't be. Nothing in this case would surprise me. Literally. Oh, I can a spelunker. Are you talking about Rose's case, Bernie? They have not gotten back to that lady. I even reminded him when I talked to the detective, and he said, "Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about." That was it. Of course, they don't tell you anything, but I keep poking them, and they don't like it. But tough. They need to do something about it. Yeah. Okay, listen to this. When right after Rose disappeared, someone called. There's a witness to this that saw this phone call happen, and the person called in and said that he worked with a couple of people that were on work release, that were in jail, and they said that they were in Rose's car that weekend and Rose was not in it. So, I mean, that happened back in 2009 when he called that in. And when I talked to the detective last year, they had no record of that tip whatsoever. Nothing. Never even wrote it down. Yeah, nobody gives a shit about these cases. Yeah, I don't know, with the dogs and stuff. Yeah, I honestly do think it was an accident. If she was in the horse pond at this time, her body would have surfaced. It's pretty hard to put a body in the water and not have it or parts of it surface unless it empties there's some way that it can empty into the ocean. So, I mean, you know, as a body decomposes, it can pull an awful lot of weight up to the surface. Or they say, as it decomposes, I hope this might be triggering, as it decomposes, parts of the body come off at the surface. So, you know, unless you're in a car. Okay, that was a lie. That lady had she actually has a channel. She had 4 different Facebook accounts. Brenda Gomez, Lori Cook, Brandy something. I have these screenshots, and yeah, she put out a lot of information right at the beginning, and yeah, she said she was supposed to babysit Summer. And one of her stories was that Candace dropped Summer off at her house once with Benadryl and melatonin to give her to sleep. She had a bunch of stories, but it was all one person who has, some mental problems. Bushwatchers. I just find that funny. I don't know. I have tried to think if he left work at 3 for lunch and came back at 3:30. I don't know. Did he have time to make it home, do anything, and I don't know. His coworkers all saw him get the call that Summer went missing at 5:30. So that we know is a fact. However, yeah, they didn't call 911 then. I don't know. I do wish we knew more. Well, if she drowned, depends on what Candace was at the swimming hole for. I would be assuming drugs, just because it's Candace, and just because she took drugs over to Fred's. I don't know. Remember her saying nothing would have happened to Summer if she was there? Where was she? Where was she? But this is my, just my opinion. Just my opinion. Well, I don't think it was a prepayment. Nobody's going to give them $50,000 a year before. No, they might do it a year after. I don't think so, because the main reason why I don't think it was pre-planned or they gave her away is that after she went missing, Candace had to get rid of the drugs. So if they were going to do that and know that police and everybody in town is going to descend on their house, why wouldn't they get rid of the drugs before they did that? That's why I don't think it was pre-planned. Well, I think she was seen in certain places. I just don't think the milk jug video was that day. I believe that was the 6th. So I don't think the locals. Yeah. You know, if anybody there knew anything, they would have talked for that $70,000. Fred Hill would have sold his mother for $70,000. You can't tell me he wouldn't. Why don't I have an avatar? I do have an avatar. Don't I? Lindsay, do you want to tell me her name? And I can look into it. I don't think it's Don's script. I think it's Candace's, because, you know, after Candy gave that interview, that was the big blow up between Candace and Candy. They weren't even talking for a long time after that. That's when Candy left the hill and Candace went to, what's her name? Kathy's. Yeah, but there you are, Don said. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. They don't seem, to me, very invested in solving it. I don't think they ever were. How could you say you searched a car for DNA and fingerprints but yet you didn't notice that her green sweater was in the back seat of the car? How would they miss that? It blows my mind. Exactly. Robin is creepy. Tim is odd, and I can't figure out why he inserted himself in the case. But I don't know if Dick Dollar's still in here, but he said he thought Tim just wanted the attention and notoriety. But what's Robin doing? She knows they're lying. She's helping him. So what's her motivation? Yeah, exactly. Or whether the topper was on the truck in the milk jug video, which was taken, 9 days before Summer went missing. I'm sorry, but Candy, in her physical condition, could not take that topper off of her truck. It's just not possible. Do people think you just pick that up with a couple hands and set it aside? That's not how that works. I'm sorry. Oh, it's always good to see Kathy Marsh. I don't know. How am I this far behind? People are talking about. Oh no. Wait. Chad Nesbitt bought satellite pictures and found my avatar in the woods. 4 people walked in and only 3 walked out. I'm going to do a video about him too. Speaking of scams. But I'm not sure that has anything to do with Summer's case. I really don't. I'm one of the very few people on the planet that still aren't sure that Don abused Summer. Sorry. Yeah, Jesus. Middle name. PG. I think PG hid my avatar. Perps would have. Is that the hi? Do our Diddy. Is that? You mean that? Is that the guy that Chris? I don't know, Dr. Gary. Is that the guy that Chris McDonough just had on? The profile. I guess I don't know. Really? Well, I'm going to go over there then. No, wait, it was buried under Fred Hill's horse. Oh my God, we're just getting silly. Yes, yes. She was entirely too cheerful. You guys are getting too funny. Okay, it's past 2 hours when I usually cut this off, so I'm going to run out of storage on StreamYard. I upped my level. We got to quit paying for so much stuff. This buried under Yeah, that was funny, that whole no. I'm like, Don didn't write that. Don doesn't even know 4-syllable words. And he doesn't have an uncle. So he wasn't looking at his uncle's pornographic magazines that depicted. I'm like, I'm sorry, but Don Wells did not write that. You know, what's the deal with the undies? That doesn't really fit with everything, does it? I don't know, that's so odd to me. That doesn't fit in with everything else. I don't know, the man's a puzzle, isn't he? Career criminal, but he's not very good at it because he's been caught all the time. You know why? Because Candace doesn't do the laundry. Okay, Eve's cut me off. I don't know. Okay, Eve said it's time to go. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks all my wonderful mods. Thanks for all the new people that dropped in tonight to listen to us. Oh my god, you guys. We could be laughing here all night, couldn't we? Okay, yeah, and I have a good Thanksgiving, everybody. Oh, I love you too, Deborah. I love you too, Murgatroyd. Time to go. Eve's, yeah, putting the chairs up on the table and vacuuming. It's time to go. But everybody have a great Thanksgiving. I did not schedule a show for Thursday, but I'll see you all next week. And Monday and Thursday we're going to go over Theresa's interviews with Mary Hartman. So that should be interesting. Okay. Have a good Thanksgiving, everybody. Thanks for showing up. We'll talk to you later. Bye.